Blessed day mga kabulero and welcome sa aking channel. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay ang mga techniques sa pagsosolve ng integrals of trigonometric functions. At syempre, hindi tayo pwedeng dumiretso sa solving process na hindi ako magbibigay ng tips and tricks para mas madali niyong ma-familiarize ang mga trigonometric functions and identities. So, simulan natin ang discussion sa Super Hexagon. Tinawag ito at mas kilala sa Super Hex kasi ang dami nitong ways to use sa pag-iintindi at pagfa-familiarize ng trigonometric functions and identities. Isa-isahin natin ang mga data na makukuha natin sa Super Hex at sana ay mai apply natin ito sa mga susunod na mathematical approaches concerning trigonometric functions. So ang unang application ng Super Hex ay ang pag-solve ng mga equivalence. So, ang process sa pagpapaliwanag ko ay kung paano natin mas mabilis maaalala at mafamiliarize ang mga equivalence ng bawat trigonometric function. So, dalawang paraan para makuha ang equivalent ng bawat function. Pwede nating makuha going clockwise and the other one is going counterclockwise. So simulan natin by going clockwise. So starting from tangent, so let's say we have the first trigonometric function, tangent. And then if we are looking for the tangent u, ang formula would be sine, syempre yung susunod sa kanya, and then yung susunod din sa sine, which is cosine. So ang operation is division. So tangent u is equal to sine divided by cosine. So, moving over to sine, kung hinahanap si sine u, bale, ang magiging equivalent niya is cosine u divided by cotangent u. Napakadali lang sundan. So, for cosine, hinahanap si cosine u, therefore, the formula or the equivalent is cotangent u divided by cosecant u. Cotangent u, on the other hand, it would be cosecant u divided by secant u, parang umiikot lang din. And then we have cosecant is equal to, or cosecant u is equal to secant u divided by tangent u. And finally, secant u is equal to, you have tangent u divided by sine u. And that's for the clockwise movement or version of this super hex. And then going backwards or going counterclockwise, so let's begin with cotangent u. That should be cosecant u divided by sine u. So madali na lang siya. Cosecant is equal to, or cosecant u is equal to sine u divided by tangent u, and so on and so forth. Hindi ko na tatapusin kasi at least nakuha nyo na yung idea that if we are looking for the trigonometric function, for example, cotangent u, if we are going counterclockwise, kukunin lang natin yung nasa left side niya and then yung next doon sa function on its left. Bale, yun yung sign, which is yun yung magiging denominator. Okay, so that's the first functionality or siguro way of using the super hexagon. At sobrang dami pa nating makikita sa mga susunod na slides. Pero ito kasi ay napakaganda kasi noong college ako, hindi ko talaga na-memorize ang mga ito. At kailangan ko pang i-check lagi sa libro para makita ko ang mga equivalents. So, moving to our next application, pwede nating magamit ang super hex para ma-list down ang ilan sa mga trigonometric identities. And trigonometric identities, most probably hindi siya madaling maalala. Okay, so using the super hex, mas madali natin siyang ma-familiarize. Okay, on this slide, this talks about the double functions and also um, its inverse. Okay? So kung babasahin natin ang data galing sa superhex by following the arrow. Ano nga ba yung representation nitong arrow na to? So, meron niyang sinusunod na form yung arrow na yan na halimbawa, you have your tangent. So, simulan natin dito sa tangent. So, I have my tangent and it's pointing towards 1. And ano nga ba yung 1 na yan? So, meron kasi tayong 1 sa gitna ng hex kasi siya yung magre-represent ng identity. Commonly kasi pag sinabing identity sa math, ito ay represented by 1 or it is equal to 1. So, that is tangent for this example, tangent pointing towards 1, and also yung on the other side you have cotangent and it's also pointing to 1. Therefore, yung magiging formula mo dyan is tangent u multiplied by cotangent u, which is yung nasa kabilang side, that is equal to 1. Okay? So that's the identity. The next one, let's say you have sine. So sine u cosecant u, that should be cosecant u, is equal to 1. And finally, you have cosine and then secant, that's equal to 1. Merong typographical error dito, which is yung cosine. This should be cosecant. Okay? Cosecant u. And then finally, if we go to the reverse or the inverse of the form, let's say I have my tangent. If I'm looking for tangent, parang gagawin natin tong linear. Kanina medyo ang kinukuha natin is yung nasa left side and then yung nasa right side is equal to 1. Ngayon, kung kukunin natin yung linear na form niya, let's say tangent u is equal to 1. Kaso yung magiging operation na is division na. Kanina, naka-multiplication tayo. So, tangent u divided by or is equal to 1 divided by cotangent. So, let's say I have my sine. Sine is equal to or sine u is equal to 1 and then 1 over cosecant. Okay? And then cosine, you have 1 divided by secant u. For cotangent, you have 1 divided by tangent u. So, alam naman natin na ganito talaga yung form niya. Kung maaalala natin, ano nga ba yung inverse ng tangent? Eh, di ba, cotangent. Pero kailangan niyang nasa denominator yung isa. Kasi nga, inverse sila. Okay, so that's it for the double function and the inverse of the simple trigonometric functions. At nagamit natin yung super hex ng hindi tayo masyadong nagme-memorize ng mga trigonometric functions sa ating notes. Okay, so let's do the next application. So ito naman, medyo linear ulit siya pero from left to right lang and then the other way around which is from right to left. So few more information na makukuha sa super hex ay ang tinatawag na complementary angles ng bawat trigonometric functions. So pag sinabing complementary angles, ito ay pares ng angle at ang sum nila or total ay 90 degrees. Okay? So kung naaalala natin yung angles natin nung sa geometry, di ba? So kung ipapakita natin in terms of its formula, let's use finding the complementary angle of sine u. Okay? So ang pagbabasa ng super hex ay from left to right. And then the other way around. Mamaya gagamitin natin siya yung cosine naman sa pagsasolve ng cosine. So for sine u, ang complement niya ay syempre yung nasa right side niya which is cosine. And the angle is 90 minus kung ano man yung maging angle ni sine or ni u. Okay? Which is from the sine u formula or function. Okay? And then the other way around, nandito siya sa fourth, cosine u going to the left naman from cosine, that's sine and then 90 minus u. So sila yung mga complementary angles. So going to the next line, we have tangent and cotangent. So for tangent, magiging siyang cotangent 90 minus u or 90 degrees minus u. And on the other hand, if I'm looking for cotangent u and looking for the complementary angle, that's tangent 90 degrees minus u. And for our third line, we have secant u. And if you're looking for secant u, it's cosecant 90 minus u. And the reverse is, or the inverse is, cosecant u is equal to secant 90 degrees minus u. Okay? So, maganda din na meron tayong idea nito. Pero, tingnan niyo yung application ni Super Hexagon. Sobrang sobrang dami. This is the fourth application. Next, we can also apply or pwede natin magamit si Super Hex para makuha ang iba pang mga identities. Specifically, the squared or the Pythagorean identities. So kailangan nating i-utilize dito, making sure na alam natin kung alin yung tatlong triangle ng hexagon ang gagamitin. So we have the first triangle, which is the sine, cosine, and then the 1. Kasama sa triangle yung 1. Yan yung edge or yan yung third side of our triangle or third edge of our triangle. Now, the second one is yung tangent, which is tangent, and then we have 1 and then secant, and then the third one is 1 cotangent and then cosecant. So if we will be looking for the identities, ang pagbabasa nito ay going clockwise direction. So for the first triangle in this clockwise direction, ang pagbabasa ay from the left function and then plus the right function is equal to the one at the bottom. So for the first one, we have sine squared u. Okay? Kung Pythagorean identities to, naka-square siya. Okay? So sine squared u, the other term for Pythagorean identities ay the squared identities. So sine squared u plus cosine squared u, that is equal to 1, which is at the bottom. Second one, we have tangent squared u plus 1, and then, 1 squared is still 1, di ba? Because identity pa siya, so that's basically 1. And then is equal to secant squared u. And then the third one is 1 plus cotangent u or cotangent squared u is equal to cosecant squared u. Okay? So, yan lang naman yung makukuha natin dito. Pero napakahalaga na dapat malaman natin kung alin yung tatlong triangles. Kasi pagka nalito tayo, baka kinuha nating triangle yung tan, tangent, sine, and then 1. So, hindi natin makukuha yung tamang identity. All right. And lastly, for our super hex application, same sa previous application, which is by using the three distinct triangles ng super hex. Ito naman is counterclockwise. Okay? So ang pagbabasa nito ay magsisimula sa baba. Kung kanina, kasi nga, di ba, reverse to. Kung nagsimula tayo sa left, papunta sa right, going down. Ito naman, from bottom, kukunin yung right, tapos is equal to left. Okay? Left function. Pero ang magiging sign dito is minus. So 1 minus, example, 1 minus cosine squared u, that is equal to sine squared u. Second triangle, ang second triangle niya, ito. So you have cosecant squared u minus cotangent squared u, that is equal to 1. And finally, you have secant squared u minus 1, that is equal to tangent squared u. Okay? Ganun lang din, pero at least yung super hex natin ay very 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 helpful para makuha natin yung mga identities na hindi na natin kailangang i-memorize. Titingnan lang natin yung super hex na to at alamin natin ano nga ba yung flow para makuha yung sine squared u in this case, 'di ba? At makukuha natin yung mga identities na yan from the super hex. And next on my slides would be, I also added in this presentation the double angle and the half angle identities. Although wala akong tips para ma-memorize nyo sila gaya ng super hex. So inilagay ko pa rin dito for your reference. So keep this on your notes para meron kayong copy just in case kailanganin nyo sa pagsosolve ng mga trigonometric functions in the future. And apparently, magagamit natin sila para ma-solve ang mga problems natin sa yung sa susunod na videos natin. All right. And last but not the least, since nabigyan ko na kayo ng tips and tricks para ma-familiarize at maintindihan yung mga trigonometric functions and identities, ready na tayo para mai-connect ang discussion sa integral calculus. Okay? And of course, the process of integrating trigonometric functions. So gaya ng Super Hex, meron din akong ituturong ways kung paano natin mas mapabilis na ma-memorize ang mga integrals of the most common trigonometric functions. So, meron ako ditong dalawang guide. Okay? So, itong dalawang guide na to, ito yung mga dapat nyong i-memorize. At the bottom, kahit hindi nyo na sila ma-memorize, pwede nyo na lang ma-familiarize kasi gagamitin natin yung dalawang guides na to as our reference para ma-generate yung mga formulas or yung mga integrals ng example, double angle functions, or yung mga basic na trigonometric functions. Okay, so let's begin dito sa secant, secant, and then tangent. You also have the cosecant minus negative cosecant and going to cotangent. So, magagamit natin to sa paghahanap or sa pag-generate ng double function integration solution. Let's say, for example, I am looking for secant squared u. So, ano nga ba yung component ng secant squared u na yan? So, we have dalawa syempreng secant. So, we have secant u multiplied by secant u. Therefore, nakapag-generate ka ng secant u squared or secant squared u. Diba? Kung ilalagay siya into an integral form, therefore, integral of secant squared u du, that is equal to, kung meron kang dalawang secant, edi ang natira dito is yung tangent. Therefore, the answer is tangent u plus c. Okay? Napakadali lang, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangang daanan yung madugong identities para makuha mo yung tangent u plus c. Edi i-plug in mo na lang. So, secant u squared, that is equal to, or integral of secant u squared du, that is tangent u plus c. Okay, second example. Cosecant, cosecant u squared du. So that is cosecant, dalawa din cosecant. Pero since negative yung isang cosecant, therefore yung cotangent or yung output mo will be negative. Okay? So that is cotangent u plus c or negative cotangent u plus c. All right. Third one, secant u tangent u. So, kung nakita mo, or the integral of secant u tangent u du, nung nakita mo, merong secant and then tangent, therefore, secant, secant, or secant tangent, ang natira is secant. Therefore, the answer is secant u plus c. Napakadali. And then finally, you have cosecant u and then cotangent u du. That is equal to cosecant and then cotangent. Therefore, ang natira is yung nasa middle part, which is the negative cosecant secant u plus c. Okay, ituloy na natin dito sa baba. Meron na nakalagay dito, double functions in the integrals are added. And that is related to the angle. Okay, so dito naman, for example, we are asked to find the integral of secant u du. So kung kanina may double functions tayo, ito naman is yung mga yung uh, power of 1 lang siya. Okay, so integral of secant u du. So ang nakita mo dito is iisa lang, secant, di ba? So ang matitira, we have secant and then tangent. Pero ang format niya is hindi gaya ng double function, which is nag-iisa na lang. Dito, mag-generate tayo ng natural logarithm. Okay? So natural logarithm, secant u plus, kaya meron akong note dito, double functions in integrals are added. Secant u plus tangent u plus c. So yun yung nasa loob ng absolute value na sign. And then cosecant u du, or the integral of cosecant u du is equal to negative natural logarithm of the absolute value of cosecant u plus cotangent u plus c. Okay? Kaya ito yung sagot natin dyan. And then, ano naman yung number 2 na guide? So ito, kailangan din natin itong i-memorize. Very basic naman to at kayang-kaya nating ma-memorize yan. Dadalawang piraso lang para makuha din natin yung integrals ng tangent u at saka nung cotangent u. Para makumpleto natin yung mga basic trigonometric functions sa ating integration. Alright, so first one is integral of sine u du. that is equal to negative cosine u plus c. At ginagamit natin to paulit-ulit sa ating mga examples. So we have cosine u du, or the integral of cosine u du is equal to sine u plus c. So on our guide, kung makikita nyo, ang tan or the integral of tangent u du, kukunin natin kung ano yung nasa sine. Okay? So, maglalagay lang tayo ng ln or natural logarithm. So, since negative yon, negative din dito. Negative natural logarithm, the absolute value of the angle, which is the cosine u plus c. And for the cotangent, gagamitin natin is yung nasa cosine naman, which is ln or natural logarithm of sine u plus c. Okay. So, napakasimple pero napakagandang application kapag nakabisado natin or na-familiarize natin ang mga trigonometric identities and functions na ito. Okay. So, hanggang dito na lang muna mga kabolero para sa ating Integrals of Trigonometric Functions Introduction. So sa ating susunod na video, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano mag-solve ng iba-ibang variations ng trigonometric problems. And please check the next video para hindi kayo mabitin sa discussion. So see you there and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.